I don't did, but whatever. Hope you're all doing well though. I know it's been like a little bit of time since I last saw you guys, but I hope all is well and I hope that you guys are doing great. I haven't really been posting a whole lot of content just because whoops, I'm hearing myself. There we go. Okay. All right. I heard myself echo because I had my YouTube thing open. So now we're gonna make this in full screen and let's do this, man. But yeah, I haven't really been posting a whole lot of content here in a little bit of time because I just finished my internship at NFL Films and just getting used to like this new transition from, interning there and doing that during the day to just like being home full time now. That has kind of taken a little bit of time of adjusting. So I do apologize that I haven't really been making a whole lot of content. Plus the Sixers were also on an All-Star break, so I figured that now's actually the time for me to work out more stuff on my Stream Deck, which is right here, right? I have this awesome Stream Deck, and I've been programming a lot of stuff just to make things a lot easier for me. And well, I've been sitting in my room and doing a whole lot of that, and hopefully it helps, and hopefully it makes things easier, and it saves a lot of time. But I know that you guys don't really care about that. but yeah, I'm happy to be back on here. Really happy to be doing this again, and can't wait. I also didn't realize that the game was going to start as soon as it did, but it did. So that kind of also threw me a little bit off guard as well. All right. I probably actually should put this over here. That would be really smart. Wasn't really thinking about that. Can't find my iPad, which kind of ticks me off. So, all right. I'll put this down here for now. All righty. So the Sixers are back in action, taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. George Niang puts up a three-pointer and knocks it down from the far wing, and it's a 24-15 ball game. So the Sixers coming out of the All-Star break here as they trail now 24-15 in this ball game. So the Sixers do get the ball back off of the turnover by the Grizzlies. And it will be Tyrese Maxey who finds Joel Embiid, kicks it out to Niang for another triple, and can get that one to go. Jalen McDaniels tried to get a rebound, and Morant came up with it. And the ball ended up going out of bounds on McDaniels. So Ja's going to inbound it. Morant, who has been having a terrific season for the Memphis Grizzlies so far. He's taken on Tyrese Maxey, and Maxey actually gets called for the foul. So Ja's going to go to the line to shoot a pair of foul shots. The Sixers, they did win their last game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. They had a 26-point lead. Actually, it was a 28-point lead, and that diminished all the way down to 3. But they ended up winning by 6 points, 118-112. And it was thanks to two incredible starts by James Harden and also Joel Embiid as well. The first foul shot by Morant is up, and that one goes in and out. Morant so far in the day with 4 points. He's 0 for 2 from the field, but he's made 4 out of 5 foul shots. And the second foul shot he puts up and gets that one to go. So it's a 26-15 ball game. Memphis here in Philadelphia, a 12-3 run over the last 3 minutes for the Grizzlies, and the Sixers trail by 11 with 3.5 minutes left to go. Embiid puts up a corner jumper from the far side, and he gets fouled. So he will head over to the foul line to shoot 2 free throws, as the foul was committed by Xavier Tillman. There's Joel Embiid, who is up there in the MVP race, along with Morant as well. So 2 potential MVP candidates going at it. And the first shot by Joel is up, and that one goes in. I don't know if I like this setup, actually. I might just change back to the other one. Embiid's second foul shot goes up, and he is able to knock that one down too. So it's now 26-17. Morant with the basketball here, taking on Tyrese Maxey, standing at the Sixers logo. A screen comes from Bane, and a loose ball foul will be called against Jalen McDaniels. So since the Grizzlies are over the limit, since the Sixers are over the limit, the Grizzlies will go to the line, and it will be Desmond Bane this time who will come in and shoot a pair of foul shots. Bane, a very good three-point shooter. He's shooting over 38% this season from deep. And the first one goes up, and that one goes in. The Grizzlies, well, they have 33 wins on the season, or 35 wins, I should say. They're 35-22. And, well, in their last game, they were able to put up 117 points. And the second foul shot is up, and that one goes in as well. So it's 28-17 as Desmond Bane makes a pair of foul shots. Embiid with the ball. Nice pass inside to McDaniels. And McDaniels does get fouled as he will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Tyus Jones is guilty for the foul call. Jones, the veteran for the Memphis Grizzlies. Embiid with a really good find inside as he was able to pass it right down the lane to McDaniels. So McDaniels at the line to shoot 2 free throws here, and the first one goes in and out. McDaniels, he's played in 3 games for the Sixers so far. He hasn't really been too good of a foul shooter, but he is able to knock the second one down. So the Sixers trail by 10, 28-18. The Grizzlies are shooting 91% from the foul line, and the Sixers shooting 81% from the foul line. Three-pointer on the near corner goes up, and that's in and out by Santi Aldama. George Niang comes up with the rebound. Embiid gives it back to Maxey. Maxey to Milton on the far corner for 3. No. And a rebound goes that time to Altamada. Another three-pointer goes up by Altamada. That one's no good either. George Niang comes up with another rebound. And Shake Milton will take it at the half-court logo for the Sixers. He gives it to Embiid, who's on the near sideline, taking on Desmond Bane here. That's a mismatch. No Steven Adams in this game tonight for the Memphis Grizzlies. The ball goes back out to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey puts up a floater. No, Embiid grabs the offensive rebound, and he gets fouled. So Joel is going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws as John Conchar gets called for the personal foul. And it's going to be really tough for him to try to go up against a big body in Joel Embiid, because when you're just able to like take a look at the sizes of both of them comparably so. Embiid standing at 7'1", weighing over 260 pounds. And well, Conchar, as Embiid misses the first free throw. Conchar, well, he's 6'5", and stands at 210 pounds. So that's, if they can try to get that matchup, well, that could really be help and be in the Sixers' favor. Embiid knocks down the second foul shot. He has 4.6 rebounds and 2 blocks in this ball game. And he's coming off of another great performance. Bane will hand it off. And the layup goes up and by Conchar. And Desmond Bane gets called for the travel. 1:54 left to go in the first quarter. And the Sixers will get the ball back. So Desmond Bane got the handoff by Conchar, and he took too many steps into the lane. Here's Maxey on the other end for the Sixers, as he hands it back off to Joel, who's standing at the foul line. Embiid backing down 2 defenders, trying to post them up and size them up, and he puts up a jumper, and it's a little bit short. Just a little bit short. Xavier Tillman, or John Conchar, comes up with the rebound, I should say. Tillman with the ball puts up a floater and gets that one to go right over Joel Embiid's face. It was a line drive, and it just went right in. It's 30-19, 1:18 left to go in the first quarter. Embiid hands it off to Niang on the near wing. Niang back to Embiid, who's on the near corner now. 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Embiid's going to take it to the cup and throws it down with a one-handed jam. Nice play by Joel Embiid. And on the other end, Desmond Bane, catch and shoot three-pointer from the far wing. He knocks that one down. A 24-foot jump shot and an assist by Tyus Jones. Sixers have to try to get back on defense and clean that up if they want to compete in this ballgame. 19 points for Desmond Bane in just the first quarter so far. Maxey from the screen by Embiid for three. No. Another rebound goes to Bane. Bane's been very active on the glass so far in this ballgame, as he has 19 points and he has a couple of rebounds. Seems like he has more than that, actually. A kick out goes all the way to Automata, who goes up with a runner and gets that one to go. 29 seconds left here in the first quarter. Sixers trail by 14 points. Maxey standing at the Sixers logo. 15 seconds left in the first quarter. 8 seconds on the game clock. Maxey has to work quickly here. Now he gives it to Embiid. Embiid spins, moves, puts up a floater, and he gets fouled. 8.3 seconds left on the game clock, and, well, the shot clock's now going to be unplugged. And Joel's going to go to the line to shoot a pair of foul shots. So for the Sixers, James Harden only played in 7 minutes, and, well, he took a seat, and he has 6 points in this game so far. No assists, but 1 steal. Embiid's first foul shot goes up, and it's in and out. So he's 4 for 7 now from the line. And we have a couple of substitutions coming in. So Anthony Melton comes in, and Jaren Jackson as well. Embiid's second foul shot is up, and that's good. 35-22, 8.3 seconds left to go. Here's Desmond Bane with the ball. 5 seconds left on the shot or on the game clock here. He puts up a runner, and that one is up, and that's in. Oh my goodness, 21 points for Desmond Bane. Embiid puts up a floater. Not a floater, it was a half-court shot. And he gets tangled up, and that will do it. There was some contact at half court, as going down there is Automata. And Automata is just still staying down there. The trainers are coming, and, well, they help him up, and he's able to get up. So 2 big bodies going at it, and that's going to do it here in the first quarter, 37-22. Sixers trail by 15. They have a little bit of work to do if they want to catch up to the Grizzlies. Alrighty. Okay, I think I'm, back into rhythm here. It kind of threw me off a little bit, but don't worry. I'm going to get back into the swing of things, so that'll be just fine. Luke Kennard's not playing tonight, and Steven Adams, as I mentioned, too, was also out. So it'll be interesting to see what they try to do as far as the matchup with Joel Embiid, because they don't really have a whole lot of bodies that can mesh up with him. So the philosophy, I would think, from Doc has to just be to give the ball down low on the low block to Embiid and just let him go to work, whenever he gets the chance. So, but also really important, too, for them to play pick and roll. I'd like to see that a little bit more as well. How about Desmond Bane, man? They got to just 4 for 5 from 3 already in the first quarter. That just cannot happen, man. So they have to start to put some more bodies on him and cool him off. Cool the Jets. But I hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully you guys had a really nice week and able to relax a little bit. And yeah, man. Feels really good to be back on here. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know down below in the comments section. Shout out to Liz Welsh, man. That's awesome. So proud of her. She was awesome to work with the Blue Rocks, and, well, she just got named GM for the Blue Rocks, so I'm really, really happy for her. She's awesome. She's done so much, and, working with her and doing stuff on the field for promos and broadcasting games and camera work for her and just helping her out, it was a lot of fun, and I miss being there. I miss going to Delaware. I do. I miss going to NFL films, but I miss it because it gives me structure, and that's the thing is finding structure and finding and then easing into like that new transition, if you will. So that's the thing that's a little bit hard to find, but I think I'm starting to get there. I do. I'm just happy that I'm doing this again. Alrighty, so we're back in action for the second quarter. The Sixers trail 37-22. I'm Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. If you're new to my channel, forgot to mention, if you enjoy my play-by-play commentary, even though I'm a little bit rusty tonight so far, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. If you enjoy Sixers, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. If you enjoy the Patriots, if you enjoy the Phillies, we are going to have a Phillies podcast coming out this weekend, and I'm really excited about that. So if you enjoy that sort of stuff, let me know. And feel free to subscribe. And like this video. And head on over to my YouTube channel. So the Sixers are going to get the ball first. Paul Reed and James Harden come into the game as DeAnthony Melton and Joel Embiid take a seat, and Brandon Clark and David Roddy come in for the Memphis Grizzlies. A shot goes up by George Niang, and Tyrese Maxey gets the assist. It's 37-24. So the Sixers start off by scoring 2 points. So the Grizzlies now with the ball. Jackson Jr. gets it down low. 5 seconds left on the shot clock, going up against Embiid, and Paul Reed blocks it and denies him as he went up with a layup. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it'll still be Grizzlies basketball with about 3.5 seconds left on the shot clock. And this is why Paul Reed is a great backup center for the Sixers. That's exactly what he can do. Clark's going to inbound it here. Conchar goes up with the contact. The whistles remain silent, but he makes the layup there. And it's 39-24. Great play by the Grizzlies. James Harden only needs 14 more points to tie Allen Iverson on the all-time scoring list. Harden at the top of the key. He gives it up to George Niang. Actually made that 8 points. He needed 14 coming into today. Tyrese Maxey on the near corner puts up a runner. It's up and it's in. He kisses it off the window. And Tyrese Maxey now with a couple of points as well. 39-26. 10:43 left to go in the first half here. A three-pointer goes up by Jackson Jr. at the top of the key, and James Harden comes up with the rebound. Harden on the far wing, working around the screen. Now he's standing at the top of the key. 12 seconds left in the shot clock. Harden dancing all over his defender, takes it inside, puts up a runner. That's up, and it's in. He makes the floater, and Concher commits the shooting foul there, so count the bucket and a foul, and Harden will go to the line for one more. That's just great dribble penetration by James Harden. Patience, taking his time, and realizing that Conchar can't even stop him as he goes over to the rack. What's up, Harrison? How you doing, man? I miss you, dude. We got to get lunch soon, bro. Harden's second foul shot goes up, and he's able to knock that one down. So the Sixers are down by 10. They have to try to get a stop here as their defense has been pretty sloppy so far in this ball game. Jones with a step-back jumper from the foul line makes it. And that one goes up and in, 41-29. Tyus Jones with a big-time free throw line jumper. James Harden now operating on the near wing, now takes it down the center of the lane, puts up a runner, and it's a little bit short. And a rebound that time goes to Brandon Clark. 15 seconds left on the shot clock here. Jackson Jr. operating over Paul Reed, goes up with a layup, that's no good, and he gets fouled. So George Niang commits the shooting foul, and Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to go to the charity stripe, and he'll try to make 2 free throws here. Jaren Jackson Jr. in 40 games this season has averaged about 17 points per game. He's also shooting 36% from the three-point line, and he's shooting 78% from the foul line. And the first one goes up, and he knocks it down. So Tobias Harris does come into the ball game for Jalen McDaniels against Steven Adams, not playing tonight for the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm missing somebody else, too. There's somebody else that I just realized isn't playing either for the Memphis Grizzlies. And why am I blanking out on who it is? That really ticks me off. Jackson Jr.'s second foul shot goes up, and he's able to knock that one down as well. It's Luke Kennard. That's who it was. So Harden gets the ball for the Sixers, gets past the half-court logo, gives it up to Maxey. Maxey back to Harden. Harden back to Maxey on the far wing for three. Lets it fly, and it goes in and out. And another rebound goes to Conchar. Conchar will pass it all the way down. Conchar puts up a three, and that one goes up. That's no good. Paul Reed trying to fight for the rebound, and the contact goes up by Paul Reed, and a foul will be committed on Reed as Conchar will go back to the line. It was actually David Roddy who missed the three-pointer from the top of the key, and Conchar actually was there to grab the rebound, and Paul Reed made some contact with that left forearm. And now Conchar is going to go to the foul line to shoot a pair of foul shots, and the first one goes up, and he knocks that one down. The Memphis Grizzlies from the foul line today, well, they've been able to make pretty much over 90% of their foul shots. The second one goes up, and that's in and out. And that actually goes down to 87%. They're 13 for 15 from the foul line. George Niang, pass inside to Paul Reed. The ball almost gets stolen away. Reed comes back up with his dribble, puts up a floater. It's a little too strong. The tip back is a little bit too strong, too. And a rebound goes all the way to Jackson Jr., who tries to go up with a shot and a block. It'll be a shooting foul that's committed again by Paul Reed. So Jackson Jr. in a little bit of pain as he tries to get up. And now he actually sits up as he hit the deck really hard. So it's 44-29 with 8:58 left to go in the second quarter. And hopefully you're all doing well. James Harden doesn't get called for the shooting foul, so it's not Paul Reed. And Jaren Jackson Jr. collided with the camera operator there, and also Paul Reed ended up tripping over his left leg and was behind him, and he ended up hitting him right on the buttocks. So the first foul shot by Conchar goes up, and he's able to knock that one down. 45-29. 8:58 left to go. Conchar with 4 points in the game so far. He also has 3 rebounds. The Memphis Grizzlies coming into today 35-22. And the second foul shot goes up, and that's in. Meanwhile, the Sixers are 30-19. They're actually 23-8 at home. So it's 46-29. Paul Reed at the top of the key hands it off to Maxey. Maxey back to Harden on the near wing. A screen comes by George Niang, and Harden's going to work around the screen. Harden back to Maxey. Maxey back to Harden. Harden lets it fly from the top of the key, and it's good. He knocks it down. 46-32. 12 points for James Harden. He needs 2 more to tie Allen Iverson on the all-time scoring list. Bane with a nice pass inside as Conchar comes cutting right towards the basket, and how about a nice assist by Brandon Clark over there. So it's 40-32. Harden with the pick and roll on the other end for the Sixers. Harden, he finds George Niang. Niang gives it back to Paul Reed, who goes down with the jam. Jaren Jackson Jr. tried to block it, and Paul Reed said no. It's 48-34, less than 8 minutes left to go. 18 points in the paint for the Memphis Grizzlies, only 14 for the Sixers. Jackson Jr. operating over Paul Reed. The ball gets blocked, but a foul will be called on Tobias Harris. And Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to go back to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Another nice pass that was delivered by Brandon Clark, who's done a really good job this season being a facilitator whenever Ja is not in the lineup. So the first foul shot by Jackson Jr. goes up, and he knocks that one down. And Jaren Jackson Jr. in this game has 6 points. He's 0 for 6 from the field, but he's made all 6 of his foul shots. 7:47 left to go, and the second one goes up, and he knocks that one down too. Oh, man. Over 2.5 threes, man. Oh, boy. 50-34. What's going on, Danny? How we doing? Harden takes it to the lane, and he gets fouled. He got fouled really hard there as he I believe tried to pass it out to Maxey, but Harden will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Actually, no, he was just trying to just take it up and ended up getting fouled, and the foul's going to be called on Conchar. So, P.J. Tucker comes in for George Niang, as David Roddy gets called for the shooting foul. So it's 50-34. Harden's first foul shot goes in and out. 7 minutes and 38 seconds left to go in the first half. The Sixers have been very sloppy on the defensive end. They gave up 37 points in the first quarter, and so far they trailed this quarter 13-12. P.J. Tucker comes in, and Joel Embiid comes back in for Paul Reed. So Niang takes a seat, and Reed takes a seat, and James Harden makes the second foul shot. It's 50-35, 7 minutes and 38 seconds left to go in the first half here. Sixers have to put their foot on the gas pedal. Jackson Jr. on the near wing, hands it off, and there goes a floater that goes up, and the runner is just a little bit short by David Roddy. Embiid is there for the rebound. Harden on the outlet pass. He's now on the far wing. Harden gets a screen from Embiid. Behind the back pass to Joel. Embiid back to Harden with a pump fake on the near wing. Harden back to Embiid, who tried to throw it down, and the ball got denied by Jaren Jackson Jr. on the other end. David Roddy puts down a dunk, 52-35. Great defense leading the easy offense for the Memphis Grizzlies. That's exactly what they do, and that's their brand of basketball. Tobias Harris to Tucker. Tucker swings it to James Harden. Harden to Maxey on the far corner. Working around the screen. Maxey goes up with the contact. He's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws as Brandon Clark gets called for the shooting foul. 52-35. How about the defense by Jaren Jackson Jr. just denying Joel Embiid's dunk? And, well, I mean, it takes a lot of force to be able to stop a dunk like that. And that's a timeout is called by the Sixers. They trail by 17 points with 6:40 left to go in the second quarter, and they'll be right back in just a few moments. Oh, what's going on, guys? How you all doing? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. I love you all so much. I hope you're all doing well. Again, apologize about the technical difficulties beforehand. I'm happy to be back on here. Y'all are the best. I haven't been on here in about a week, and it feels really nice to just be back on here, have the headsets back on, and just to be able to call games and be in front of you guys, man. We got our postgame show coming on after this. It'll be probably about an hour after this. I have to kind of decide on what I'm going to do with that. But, yeah, man, I just got done with my internship at NFL Films, and, you know, this transition from just NFL Films to, you know, like the All-Star break and figuring out, like, the new structure and the new daily routine, that was a little bit of a rough transition. I was going to do a Flyers game on Tuesday, but I thought, you know what, I need to really work on the stream deck and focus more on the quality of my casts. So, exactly, man, it is like riding a bike, dude. It actually... Yeah, it is. It's literally like riding a bike. It's also like working out, dude. Like, the more times you do it, the better you get at it. But, like, when something changes, you know, as a part of your routine or, like, your workout routine, it feels a little bit different. So I'm happy that, you know, I'm finally, this is my first game that I'm doing after NFL Films, and it's been a week, and feels like it's been more than just a week. But happy to be back on here, man. Happy to be back doing this. I love you guys so much. You guys are the best. I mean, I probably don't say it enough, but I really, truly appreciate all your love and support on here. It means so much to me. I know that there's going to be times like where I screw up on a play-by-play call, but the main reason why I wanted to do this is because, you know, I'm still living at my parents' house, and I've been really fortunate and lucky to be able to do that, and I just wanted to do as many games as I can, and, you know, obviously, I can't do as many games as I want in person, so I gotta do stuff on here, you know? So I'm happy to be able to do that. Really happy. I am. All right, cheers. L'chaim. Sometimes I just don't know what I'm going to say. That's just what happens. Oh, man. I got a little bit tired of wearing the NFL Films hat, so I had to go with the Sixers hat today. You know, but I have a couple of NFL Films hats. I do. I probably should get them out of my duffel bag that I got from there, which was really nice. But how you guys doing, man? What's today? Thursday? It feels like Friday. Like, doesn't it feel like Friday to you guys? It feels like Friday to me, especially because we got a primetime game on. Even though TNT games are usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I believe they're never on Fridays. So, what are we doing with Matt Jones? Oh my gosh, man. You know, I am actually going to do a cast about the Patriots coming up next week now that I have more time. Because it's really important that we talk about the future of that team, bro. They've been, I don't know, dude. I don't trust the people at the helm. But that's a whole nother conversation. I hope that we're gonna talk more about it next week. Don't you worry. We're gonna have a cast dedicated all to the Patriots. We're also gonna be doing a Phillies cast this weekend because spring training is starting. I'm so happy. All right, so we're gonna be doing that too. All right, the game's back on. But as far as Matt Jones goes, man, I don't know what we're gonna do with him. Bane lets it fly from deep, and that one goes in and out, and Joel Embiid comes up with the rebound. It was actually Ja Morant that took that shot. Oh, man. All right, so Embiid now gives it to James Harden on the near corner for three, and it went in and out and then tried to go back in, but instead it just went out to the far right side. Tillman comes up with the rebound. Ja Morant has been pretty quiet in this game so far. And a foul will be called on James Harden as Santi Aldama is going to go to the foul line, and the Sixers are now over the foul limit. So Sixers have to try to play better, and they can't commit as many fouls as they have been because now we're only just about halfway done with this second quarter, and yet they're over the foul limit. So the first foul shot goes up by Aldama, and he makes it. Aldama coming into today only averaging 9.5 points per game, and well, seems like he's pretty much almost towards that average. It's 53-37 with 5:50 left to go in the second quarter. He misses the second foul shot. Embiid comes up with the rebound. Embiid on the other end on the foul line extended, taking on a couple of defenders, puts up a layup, and gets that one to go. But they're going to call a travel on Joel, and they're going to say that he took a little bit of too many steps and he didn't get his pivot foot to stay down. So don't count the bucket. It's 53-37. Sixers with another turnover. D'Anthony Melton comes in for Tyrese Maxey for defensive purposes. Bane puts up a floater. It's a little bit too strong. He had 21 points in the first quarter, and he's coming back in action here in the second quarter. Harden came up with the rebound. Now the ball is in D'Anthony Melton's hands. Bounce pass to Embiid on the near wing. And he kicks it out to Tobias Harris. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Harris on the near corner being trapped. He has to pass it. He gives it up to Embiid. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Embiid, he has to make a very quick move here. He's going to try to do so. And he initiates the contact. And the whistle still remains silent. Anthony Melton with the tip back. That's no good either. Desmond Bane comes up with the rebound. Outlet pass to Ja Morant. And Embiid denies him right at the rim. Oh, man, 53-37. What a block by Joel, but they're going to say before the block even counted that Ja Morant actually got called for the travel too. So don't even count the block. Wow. That's crazy, man. That is absolutely wild, bro. 53-37, less than 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. James Harden with the ball for the Sixers, standing at the logo. His defender is Dillon Brooks. Tobias Harris back to James Harden. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Harden on the far wing. He has to operate very quickly here. ISO, three-pointer. And it's way off the mark. And by way off the mark, I mean wide right. And Bane comes up with his fourth rebound. Bane's at the top of the key, passes it to Ja Morant, who's being guarded by Tobias Harris. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. 4:23 left to go in the second quarter. Morant working around the screen. Now he passes it to Dillon Brooks. Brooks at the foul line being guarded by James Harden. and puts up a jumper from the left elbow. Embiid is there for the rebound. He secures it perfectly. Harden working around the screen on the far wing. Dillon Brooks, his defender. Bounce pass to Embiid. Embiid's been very quiet here in the second quarter. He gives it up to Tobias Harris on the near corner. Harris now operating, gives it up to James Harden. Harden back to Embiid for three at the top of the key. In and out it goes. Tobias Harris with the offensive rebound, though. Oh, man, great offensive rebound by Tobias Harris. Harris kicks it out to Harden. Harden to Tucker. Harden in the far corner. 5 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Harden to Embiid. Embiid spins, moves, puts up a jumper, and it's a little bit short. Desmond Bane with his 5th rebound. So the Sixers could not cash in on the second chance opportunity. They were not able to do so. Aldama puts up a layup, and that's up, and De'Anthony Melton gets called for the foul. So a shooting foul will be on De'Anthony Melton, and Aldama is going to go to the foul line once again. 53-37. Sixers trail by 16 points. The first foul shot by Aldama goes up, and it has a little bit too much mustard as it hits the back of the rim. Maxey comes back into the ballgame for De'Anthony Melton. It's interesting how Doc has been switching them on and off. Melton came in for just maybe a couple of minutes, and, well, Maxey comes back in, and the second foul shot is up, and that's good. Harden gets the ball here, 54-37. Sixers trail by 17 points with 3:20 left to go in the second quarter. Harden gets past the half-court logo. Harden now gets a screen from Embiid. Embiid at the foul line, being double-teamed, kicks it out to Harden. Harden back to Embiid. 5 seconds left on the shot clock here. Embiid has to work very quickly. He puts up a three-pointer. That's up, and it misses wide right again. The Memphis Grizzlies have been playing really great defense, and a shot clock violation will be called against the 76ers. Not a whole lot of ball movement by the Sixers, and they really haven't been able to get up a whole lot of shots, but give the Memphis Grizzlies a lot of credit for their great defense. Bane, with less than 3 minutes left to go here in the second quarter, kicks it out to Morant. Morant back to Bane. Bane with a pump fake and puts up a three, but a travel will be called on Desmond Bane as he took about 4 steps there. Ended up making the three, but it wouldn't count. 54-37, timeout called by the Grizzlies, and the Sixers will be back in just a few moments. Alrighty. Okay, I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling this. I'm definitely feeling this. This is good, you know? It does feel really good to be back on here, I must admit. Oh, man, we got 78 subs, man. That's awesome. That's so awesome. I appreciate all your love and your support. You guys are the best. What was I going to tell you guys? I was going to tell you guys something, and now I forget what it was. It literally slipped my mind. Oh, yeah, so on my very last day at NFL Films, here's a story for you. So I wanted to be nice, you know, and give everybody munchkins. You know, I went in there at 5 o'clock in the morning, right? And so it was an early day for me because I wanted to get out early, and, you know, I was allowed to do it, and I could be on the Good Morning Football with the Good Morning Football crew like one last time. So I wanted to do it. So I went to go get munchkins, right? And I got like one for the audio department and one for, you know, the control room department. And I come in, and as soon as like I take them out, like whatever, I walk right in, and I see like 8 like boxes of just Dunkin' Donuts like layered on top of each other. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So I took one to the audio room. I still took them like to the control room, whatever, and I wrote about like 25, 26 thank you cards to people. You know, just to thank them all for the experience and for, you know, being able to work with them. You know, it was really a pleasure and whatever. It really was. And so I go back there at the end. I go back to the control room, and I don't think a lot of people ate the munchkins, or not a lot of people ate the munchkins, like whatever. That was a fact. So then I remembered at my at my college radio station, Rowan Radio, right? I say it's still my college radio station, but I'm not there anymore. But I called my station manager, and I'm like, Hi. This is going to sound very random, but I know that you guys have a meeting today, like a whole station meeting, and a lot of people are going to be there. Do you guys want munchkins? So, and my station manager was like, sure, like, we'll take them, but, like, you don't have to, like, go out of your way, And I was like, I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? So, it was nice because I did something good, and the munchkins didn't go to waste, and, like, that's the type of person I am. I don't like to waste food, and I really wanted to, give them to something that I wanted to give them to the station because the station really helped me in so many ways, and it was just the right thing to do, So that's why I did it. We got another subscriber. Thank you. Oh man, thank you. It means a lot, man. We're working up to 100, but you know what? Numbers really don't count to me. I mean, as much as I tell you guys to like and subscribe to these things, it's really just just to see. At the end of the day, it's just for support, So the timeout is over. Embiid kicks it out to Tyrese Maxey on the near wing, and Maxey puts up a floater and is able to get that one to go. So it's 54-39. Man, they just cut back to that so quickly. Holy moly. 2:25 left to go in the second quarter. It's 54-39. 2:20 left, I should say. John Morant taking on Tyrese Maxey. Here's Desmond Bane at the top of the key. Puts up a floater over Embiid as he went right towards the foul line and has his way. Every time the Sixers have scored, the Grizzlies have responded. The Sixers trail by 17. 2 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Embiid at the foul line. He hands it off to James Harden. Harden now on the near elbow, kicks it out to PJ Tucker. It almost got stolen away, and I believe it got deflected. Here's Tyrese Maxey. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Maxey with a nice and a three-pointer. It's in and out. Embiid tried to get the offensive rebound, and instead it laid into the hands of Bane again. Morant kicks it out to Bane for three. In and out it goes. Tobias Harris comes up with his miss. 95 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Harris at the foul line, kicks it out to Harden for a wide-open three at the top of the key. And it's good. He knocks it down again. Sixers trail by 14 points, 56-42, 16 of them by James Harden. Morant, slowing the tempo down for the Grizzlies, working around the screen, is going up now against Joel Embiid. Morant will kick it out, and a wide-open three will be taken by Brooks. And that's no good either. Joel Embiid comes up and gobbles up the rebound. Harden, with a minute left, kicks it out to Harris. Catch and shoot three-pointer, and he knocks it down. 6 straight points by the Sixers on threes by Harden and by Tobias Harris. And I also have to mention that James Harden has now passed Allen Iverson on the all-time scoring list. How about that? Embiid actually had 10,000 points about a month ago. And he became the quickest Sixer to do that. And he passed Allen Iverson in that regard, too. Morant spins, moves, and takes it right to the cup. And an offensive foul. Actually, they're going to say that John Morant gets called for palming. Well, we don't really see that a whole lot. Yeah, it looks like it's the right call. How about that, man? 56-45, 36.7 seconds left here in the second quarter. That's the 7th turnover by the Grizzlies. Maxey takes it inside. Sixers trying to go for a 2-for-1. Maxey with the layup. That's up, and Joel Embiid tips it back in. And they now trail by 9. An 8-0 run by the Sixers within the last minute. So the Sixers will be able to get one more possession as long as they can get a rebound here. Morant staring down Tyrese Maxey at the Wells Fargo Center sign. 14 seconds left. The ball gets tipped by Tobias Harris. Almost stolen away, though. And a three-pointer goes up by Jackson Jr. And somehow, some way, he banks it in. Oh, man, it was a chest shot. And it's a three-pointer. Here's James Harden. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a few moments. Harden with a three himself. In and out it goes. And Jackson comes up with the rebound. How about that shot by Jaren Jackson Jr.? I mean, he just kissed it right off the backboard. Oh, man, and I also had a voice crack there. The shot clock was winding down. The Sixers played as great defense as possible. and somehow Jackson Jr. just went up with a prior from the far wing and was able to get that one to go. So the Sixers trail by a dozen as we go into halftime, 59-47. They did a little bit of a better job within the last 2 minutes of that second quarter, and they did a much better job, I'd say, at scoring the rock and also just making sure that people got their touches. Tobias Harris had a big three, a nice tip back by Joel Embiid off of the miss by Tyrese Maxey, and they win the quarter 25-22. So they're down by 12. Let's also talk about a couple of stats here, shall we? So the Sixers, they're shooting 31% from the field, and, well, the Grizzlies are shooting 46%. So the Sixers haven't really been playing as great on the defensive side. They did a much better job overall in that second quarter, but there still has been some communication breakdowns, and hopefully that can try to, disseminate, if that's even a word. I don't even know if that's a word. And maybe I just made up my own word. Hopefully that can digress. or decrease. That's probably the better word. But yeah, as we go into the second half. So the Sixers haven't really been doing a good job with the fouls as well. The Sixers did have a lead at one point early on in the first quarter. They were up by 3 to start things off, and the Grizzlies, their largest lead was at 17, and now it's down to a dozen. It was down to 9, but thanks to the prior three-pointer by Jaren Jackson Jr., was able to just go in, and now they trail by 12. So I'm going to take a quick step off, but when I come back, we'll be talking more about the Sixers, and we'll have some second half action, so don't go anywhere. Love you guys so much. We'll be back in just a few moments. Bro, that transition was nice and smooth. I love it. I love this thing, dude. This stream deck is awesome. I love this thing. This thing has become a best friend of mine. And even though I've been programming a lot of stuff on here, I've noticed that it's really helped save me a lot of time doing a lot of stuff. And I love it so much. So, I can't seem to get enough of it, man. But I hope you're all doing well, and I hope that you all can't get enough of this game. That was a really weird transition. Apologize about that. Yeah, okay, the Sixers are down by a dozen. They trail by as many as 17 points, but hopefully here in the second half, hopefully they can try to get things back going in their stride. And it will be interesting to see what types of adjustments that they try to make defensively. They give up a lot of points, 21 points actually, to Desmond Bane in that first quarter. So they did a little bit of a better job in that second quarter of trying to just, cool him down a little bit. But now it's going to be about who steps up for the Sixers. It has to be Joel Embiid, but it's also going to have to be other guys too. So who's going to help Joel and James Harden in this game? Harden's been leading the team in scoring. He's been shooting very well from the field so far in this ball game, but they have to get more assistance from supporting cast members, and that's going to be something that I'm going to be kind of looking for here in the second half. But what say you guys? Who do you guys think is going to go off here in the second half, and do you think that the Sixers can pull this off? Let me know down below in the comments section. We've seen a lot of leads blown. Okay, that's just the name of the game now with basketball. So obviously nothing is impossible, but it's just that with the way that the Grizzlies have been dominating in this game so far, they've defensively owned the Sixers, I'd say. Maybe that's a little bit too strong, but for most of the game, it just feels like that the Grizzlies have just took control of this game. So, but that's where I stand on this game. What else we got going on? We got Cleveland and Denver tied at 80 apiece. That's a cool game. That should be a primetime game, man. That's a good one. Not saying that this isn't a good one, because this is a good one too. Boston and Indiana. Got to keep the aggressiveness without fouling. Thank you, man. Thank you. That's a very good point. They can't commit as many fouls as they did because they were also over the foul limit with like 6 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in the second quarter or something like that. They weren't even halfway done with the quarter, and yet you can't be fouling these guys, man. You really can't. And somebody that's been going to the line for them a lot in this game so far, out of all people, and no disrespect to him, but it's just been like Conchar and also Aldama. Like, that just can't be happening. They shoot really well from the foul line too, So that's been something that has been a part of their identity this season, is that they are able to draw fouls, and we know that John Morant's going to have his way. It's just about eliminating the other guys, like Desmond Bane, and covering like guys off the bench. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. I'll tell you what, Jaren Jackson Jr. has 3 blocks in this game so far. Their defense, this Grizzlies defense, man, they're nothing to sneeze at. Like, they are a very good defensive team. But the difference has been the field goal percentage. The Sixers are only shooting 31% from the field, and the Grizzlies are shooting 46%. That is the difference in this game. But yes, you got to keep the aggressiveness. Danny, give you a shout out for saying that, because that's a very big point. Anything else that you guys think needs to happen in this half, let me know. I want to hear what you guys have to say down below. And yeah. Alrighty, so we're underway here in the third quarter. James Harden with the ball at the Sixers logo. He gives it up to Joel Embiid, so it's Harden, Embiid, Harris, Melton, and Tucker for the Sixers. Embiid with the reverse jumper. It's up. It's a little bit too strong, and he makes contact with Jaren Jackson Jr. and gets fouled. So Jackson Jr. and Embiid hit the deck very hard. I mean, it was just 2 big men just going right at it. And so Embiid will be heading over to the line to shoot a pair of foul shots. I had to stop there for a second just to make sure that he was going to do that. And he is. Embiid hasn't been shooting so well from the foul line in this game so far, but he makes the first one on this trip. He's 5 for 8 from the line, and he also has now 10 points in this ball game, along with 12 rebounds, so he does have a double-double. That's another one for the big man. And the second foul shot goes up, and he connects. So the Sixers are down by 10 as they strike first here in the third quarter. I almost said the third quarter. I don't even think that that's a term. It's not. Desmond Bane being guarded by Tobias Harris. Standing at the logo, gives it back to John Morant. His defender, his former teammate, DeAnthony Melton. Morant with a kick out that gets stolen away by Harris, but Morant gets called for the travel. So the Sixers will be getting the ball back here. They trail by 10. They were down by as many as 17 points. Morant got a little bit confused, but he gets called for going up and down, as Embiid was right there. So Embiid now gets the ball from James Harden. Pick and roll offense here. Harden with a bounce pass back to Embiid. A foul line jumper is up, and he nails it. 59-51, and Joel Embiid now with 14 points in this ball game. Make that 13, actually. Bane back to Morant, who goes up with a layup. DeAnthony Melton tries to get the rebound. Bane comes up with it. Bane, again, for 3. In and out it goes. And Tobias Harris comes up with the rebound. Harris comes charging inside, and a block and foul is going to be called against Brooks. Oh, man, Brooks thought that he moved just that his feet were planted, and Tobias Harris got called for it, should have been called for it. And actually, when you look at the replay review, he might have a case. He might actually have a case here. His feet for about a second were planted, but in real time, with the angle that the refs had, it's a little bit tough to call. So let's see what the Grizzlies decide to do here. They are going to challenge it. So they are, and they call timeout, which is the smart move, because from that angle that I just saw, it looked like Brooks' feet were planted for about a second or so, so this should be a quick overturn. And the Grizzlies should be able to keep their timeout. The Sixers have started off on a 4-0 run here in the third quarter. Again, in case you're just tuning in, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Welcome on into my channel. If you're new, we cover the Sixers, we cover the Patriots, we cover the Phillies, and we also will be doing Flyers games too. I was going to start on Tuesday, but getting used to this whole transition, from doing films to not interning there anymore because the internship is done. It took a little bit out of me, but I really just wanted to just utilize this time to just work more on the Stream Deck and figure out how to program everything to my liking and customize it the way that I want to. So, but nonetheless, back to my point. Why did I get off track like I did? I don't know. Come on, Jason. If you're new to my channel, that's what we do. Sixers, Flyers, Phillies, and Patriots. So if you enjoy those teams, what you waiting for, man? Or girl? Or however, or person? What you waiting for, bro? Come on and subscribe. Yeah. Let me take one more sip of this. We're hitting the 9 o'clock hour. How about that? I wanted to ask you guys. So, I lost my train of thought. I should probably start writing things down. That's what I should be doing. But I don't. I was going to ask you guys something. Okay, here's a question for you guys. I thought originally at first that James Harden should have been an all-star. And I thought that was the first thing, when I found out who was going to be an all-star or not, that was the thing that was kind of egregious to me. Do you think that James Harden should have been an all-star? over Drew Holiday? Let me know in the comment section down below. And I think that we can all agree that Joel Embiid deserved to be a starter. There's just no doubt about that. So I want to ask about that. But here's another question for you, actually. Do you think it was right for Joel not to play? I don't know. All right, so they reviewed this. So the call is overturned, and rightfully so. They took a long time to review it. And Tobias Harris gets called for the turnover, and Memphis gets to keep their timeout. So the Sixers do trail by 8. They were down by as many as 17 points. They're on a 4-0 run to start off the third quarter here. And Ja Morant gets the ball. He gives it up to Desmond Bane, who had 21 points in that first quarter. Bounce pass to Morant, who's being guarded by Melton. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Back to Bane. Bane being covered. Jackson Jr. goes up with a 2 from the foul line, and Embiid is there to muster his 12th rebound. Harden at the Sixers logo, being guarded by Brooks. Brooks has been playing really good defense in this game so far. He gives it up to Embiid. Embiid will find D'Anthony Melton, kicks it out to him for 3 on the near wing. No. Bane comes up with his 6th rebound. Very active on the glass. And Bane, as he passes it to Dylan Brooks for 3, that one won't go. Here's James Harden. Harden working around the screen. By Embiid, and decides not to use it and is now directing traffic. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Harden steps back, is going to dance, and he almost loses his dribble. 5 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Now he's on the near corner, puts up a 2, and man, that was a tough shot because he had to do it right over Desmond Bane that was. And man, that was a nice play. How about that? James Harden in this ball game been scoring the ball very efficiently. 18 points for him. Sixers trail by 6. Morant with a floater. It goes up, and a foul will be called on D'Anthony Melton. We know how aggressive Ja Morant can be when he gets the basketball. And Morant's going to go to the line to shoot a pair of foul shots. So far in this game, he's 5 for 6 from the foul line, but he's 0 for 4 from the field. So the Sixers have done a really good job at keeping him quiet. And the first foul shot goes up, and that's in. And they have done a much better job at quieting Desmond Bane too. So those are the 2 main people that you have to look after. And if other people on this team like Dylan Brooks, if they beat you, then so be it. The second foul shot goes up, and that's in. So Morant goes 2 for 2 from the line that time, and the Sixers are down by 8. Harden at the logo hands it off to Embiid. Embiid will tip it back to Tobias Harris. Harris takes it inside, goes up with a runner, and he's fouled. The foul will be called on Xavier Tillman. So that's his second foul on the day, and Harris will go to the charity stripe to shoot a pair of free throws. Harris on the day with 5 points, 3 rebounds, and he's 2 for 4 from the field. He's been very quiet. And he's had a really good season so far, but over his last 6 games, he's averaged less than 10 points per game. And the first foul shot goes up, and he knocks that down. So if the Sixers are going to make a run here, they're going to have to try to get him the ball a little bit more, and he's going to have to cash in threes and score. Second foul shot goes up, and he gets the friendly bounce. It went in and out, and it went right back down the drain. 61-55, Sixers trail by 2 possessions. Morant goes up with a shot, and he decides to actually pass it to Tillman. Man, Ja Morant, he's been doing a good job. As Tillman was fouled, I should have mentioned, by P.J. Tucker. Forgot about that. But Ja, going back to what I was saying, Ja does a really good job at just, like, while he's in the air, thinking, like, on the go to pass it or shoot. He does a good job at that. Jaren Jackson Jr. takes it to the cup and puts up a layup, and it's blocked by Joel. An inbound pass by Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. was like, I'm just going to take this, and Embiid said no. He stuffs him right at the rim. Jackson Jr. with 3 blocks, and Embiid is like, watch what I can do. Another inbound pass as the ball went out of bounds, And Bane comes up with the ball, and he gets fouled by Embiid right at the foul line. And Doc Rivers wants to challenge this. He is frustrated. And by frustrated, I mean he is very active and animated out there. So let's see what they decide to do. They decide not to challenge it. It looked like he was just signaling for a travel. But that wasn't the case, and the Grizzlies are going to get the ball back here. John Morant gives it back out to Bane. Bane puts up a three. Again, no. He was left wide open. Tucker comes away with the rebound. Tucker to Tobias Harris. Harris is just going to take it back out to the far wing, and he's backing down Bane, his defender. Tillman comes up to help. Harris with a layup, and that's up, and that's no good. It was actually a jumper. John Morant comes up with the rebound. Morant kicks it out to Bane again for three on the far corner. No. Dillon Brooks with a putback. That's no good either. And DeAnthony Melton gets called for the shooting foul. I don't know how. But, man, Desmond Bane has been getting some wide open looks, and as he had a really red-hot first quarter. I mean, he's been cooling off, man. Kairos. Go Memphis. Are you a Memphis fan? You a Memphis fan, man? Oh, man. So Brooks is going to go to the foul line, and he'll shoot a pair of foul shots. The first one is up, and he is able to get that one to go. I had a freeze on my screen, and the second one goes up, and that's in two. So it's now 63-55. Sixers trail by 8. They were down by as many as 17 points. Embiid with the ball. Kicks it out to Harris for three on the far wing. Wide right. And Bane comes away with his 7th rebound. Bane going coast to coast and gets blocked by Embiid. And there was a whistle, and I can't tell what that was. They're going to say a loose ball foul was called. Let's see what happened here. Embiid came up with the block. I guess maybe they thought it was goaltending or something. I don't know. I don't know what the whistle was. But Embiid did get the block. And Desmond Bane gets called for the loose ball foul. Yes, that's what it was. The loose ball foul went on Bane. Harden takes it to the cup. Bounce pass outside to Tucker. And Harden gets fouled that time. 7:37 left to go in the third quarter. Sixers are down by 8 points, 63-55. Xavier Tillman gets called for the personal foul. That's his second. The Sixers were down by as many as 17 points. Maxey gets the inbound. 10 seconds left on the shot clock here. Maxey at the logo comes up with a screen from Joel Embiid. Embiid will give it back to Harden here. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Harden spins, moves, and the ball gets stolen away by Morant. And Morant is just going to solo it, and he goes down with a flush. Not so good of a possession there by the Sixers as Harden tried to kick it out to Tyrese Maxey. And, well, I mean, John Morant covered him like he was a cornerback, trying to cover a wide receiver. 9 points for Ja. That's his first field goal that he's made today. He's made 7 foul shots. Harden at the logo. Comes up with a screen from Embiid. Embiid taking it to the cup. Puts up a prayer. No, the first time. And he comes up with a rebound. And he gets called for the travel. That's weird. John Kachar comes back into the ballgame for Desmond Bane. So the Sixers are down by 10. They've scored 8 points in this quarter. Meanwhile, the Grizzlies have scored 6. Morant with a bounce pass that gets kicked by P.J. Tucker. So a kickball violation will be called. And again, when you're looking at the other 3 starters for the Sixers, besides Embiid and Harden, Tucker and Harris and Melton have combined to score 10 points. Just keep that in mind. Morant working around the screen. Kicks it back out to Jackson Jr. for a triple. It's a little bit short. And Embiid tips it to James Harden for the rebound. Harden, that's his 4th rebound on the day. 18 points for him. Harden working around the screen. Set by Joel Embiid. Pick and roll for the Sixers. Bounce pass to Embiid again. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Embiid standing at the foul line. Goes up with a pump fake and puts up another jumper again and gets that one to go. Joel with 15 points and 14 boards in this ball game. He's also shooting. He's not shooting really well from the field. He's 4 for 17. But he's trying to get himself into a rhythm here. Morant with the floater. Has his way. Bullseye. 67-57, so the Grizzlies answer back. Embiid coming up with the basketball here, trying to size up his defender, Tillman. Now he gets double team, passes out of the double team to Harris for 3 on the far corner. Yes! Oh, yes, baby! Tobias Harris coming up large for the Sixers as they're back down in single digits. 67-60. That's his second 3 he's made today. Maxey trying to play good defense on Morant. Now Morant's going to take on Embiid, and he initiates the contact, and Morant gets fouled. How about that 3 by Tobias Harris, and how about that kick out by Joel? That's what happens when you double team Embiid. You can't leave a shooter like Tobias Harris wide open because he can knock it down. 5:20 left to go in the third quarter. It's 67-60. Sixers trail by 7 points. And Morant will go to the foul line to shoot a pair of free throws, and the first one goes up, and that goes in. So Ja has 12 points in this game. He's 8 for 9 from the line. And coming into today, well, he's only shooting about 76% from the line. 74% from the line, actually. Oh, boy. Oof. Still plenty of time left in this game, obviously. How about the Denver Nuggets winning so far 111-109 with 2:28 left to go, and the Celtics are only up by 4, 124-120 with 2:26 left to go in the fourth quarter. That's wild. 2 thrillers. And if you care about the Orlando Magic game, well, the Magic are beating the Pistons by 4 with 3:49 left to go in the fourth quarter. So that game is coming down to the wire too. The NBA is back, and it feels good to have a good start to the second half right now. So there is a delay here. Don't know what it's on. Santi Aldama comes back into the ballgame for Jaren Jackson Jr. I need to put this back over here, man. Ja's second foul shot goes up, and he cashes in. 69-60. Harden comes up with it. He gives it back to Embiid. Embiid back to Harden at the top of the key. Great movement by Dillon Brooks. Embiid gets the ball back, and a foul will be called against the Memphis Grizzlies. It's going to be on Aldama, and Joel is going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. So the Grizzlies really played nice transition defense. As soon as Embiid got the ball, he was being triple-teamed, and he kicked it right out to James Harden, and Dillon Brooks was just like, I'm going to go right back out to him, and he did. And Harden was just able to give it back to Embiid, and Embiid came up with the contact and got fouled. So the first foul shot goes up, and he makes it. And now the lead is back down to 8. The second foul shot. Yes. 69-62. Sixers trail by 7 points. They cut it down to 6. They've been knocking on the door. Aldama back to Brooks at the top of the key. Brooks with the screen set that goes up by Tillman. And a jumper from the left elbow is up, and that's good by Dillon Brooks. 71-62. Sixers are down by 9 now with 4:45 left in the third quarter. A bounce pass to Embiid by Harden. Embiid back to Harden. Pump fake. Harden takes it inside, kicks it out to Tucker. Tucker to Harris. Harris back to Embiid. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Embiid goes up with the contact. And with about 0.3 seconds left, the Sixers, as the ball got blocked by Aldama, Sixers are going to have to make a very quick play here. 0.3 seconds left. It was a tip up that is up, and that is it was passed by Tyrese Maxey, and Maxey just tried to give it to Embiid to tip it in, and it was nowhere near the basket, so a shot clock violation. That's the fourth one today by the Grizzlies defense over the Sixers. So Ja's going to get the inbound. Gets past the half-court logo. Now past Maxey. And now alley-oop pass goes up. And Aldama puts it up and in. It was a reverse. It was a 360 layup. Thought about laying it down, but wasn't able to do so. Maxey from the parking lot for three. In and out. And Brooks comes away with the rebound. Sixers trail by 11. Brooks going up against the trenches here. Another three-pointer is up. And that's no good. The tip back is going to go to P.J. Tucker. The three-pointer was taken by Aldama. Out in transition, Tyrese Maxey goes up with a layup, and he's fouled. So Maxey will go back to the line. Aldama gets called for the shooting foul. Aldama has to really watch how many fouls he's committed in this game, because that is, I believe, foul number 3, if I'm not mistaken. 3 minutes and 52 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Sixers down 73-62. Maxey at the foul line for the Sixers. The first one goes up, and it's good. We have a couple of substitutions coming in for the Sixers as George Niang comes in and Shake Milton comes into the ballgame. So James Harden and Tobias Harris will each take a seat. And Maxey's second foul shot is good. It's now back to single digits. 73-64, Sixers down by 9 here. Morant gets a screen set by Tillman. Runner is up, and he connects once again. 75-64, 3 minutes and 36 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Maxey at the logo. A screen set by Embiid. Maxey kicks it back out to Niang. Niang with a bounce pass that gets stolen away by the Grizzlies. Great defense once again. Ja Morant spins, moves over Maxey. The floater is just a little bit short, and Embiid is there for the catch on the rebound. Maxey to George Niang. Niang will kick it out to Embiid. Embiid wants to take on Morant. He will. Kicks it back out to Tucker for a wide open three, and he knocks it down from the near corner. 75-67. Here's Dillon Brooks at the top of the perimeter. Now he's on the far wing. He hands it off to Morant again. His defender, nobody else than Tyrese Maxey. Morant with a three, too strong. Tucker with the rebound. Maxey at the Wells Fargo center sign. Morant's guarding him. Tyrese works around him, puts up a floater. It was a layup, actually. It kind of looked like a floater, and it's rebounded again by the Grizzlies. Morant thought about shooting the three-pointer and is now going to take on Joel Embiid. The runner is up. He initiates the contact, but the whistles remain silent. Embiid with another rebound. Milton to Maxey for three. In and out it goes. Tucker tried to grab the rebound, and instead, Tillman comes up with it. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Xavier Tillman with the ball. Hands it off to Brooks. Brooks with the floater, and he gets fouled. So a foul will be called against the Sixers. Less than 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. The 86ers, is that what you call them? The 86ers? Suns will destroy Memphis Care Bears in playoffs, and David Burt. Oh, man. Well, not Caleb. Dude, you're crazy. I mean, look, the Phoenix Suns, they're a really good team. I can't deny that, bro. The Suns have a very good team, and I think anybody in the league will be afraid to face them. But, man, I'm going to tell you right now, this is the one thing that I will say. There was a timeout called by the Sixers, so in case you're wondering what's going on and why I'm talking like this right now, that's why. Let me update my stats, man. Hold up 1 second. Let me refresh this, bro. Sorry about that. Okay, it refreshed. Okay, good. What was I saying? Oh, yes. So, I'm going to tell you right now, dude, just be careful, because team chemistry to me matters so much. And when you make a big move for Kevin Durant, when the Sixers made it for Jimmy Butler, dude, and Tobias Harris, they didn't play a lot of games together. And Durant's return date is going to be March 1st, and, well, everybody on that team has to stay healthy. So if you're thinking about this year, my question to you is, are the Phoenix Suns going to be healthy, first of all? And are they going to build that chemistry? Because on paper, this team is really good. The Suns, should be the favorites on paper. But if not everybody's healthy, and if they're not getting the reps of working with the big three, or the big four, if you will, if you count DeAndre Ayton as a big four, can that come back to bite them? I'm just asking. So that's just something that I ask. I'm not saying that that's how it's going to be, but I do have to consider that. So I can't just write them off yet. And the West is really freaking good. Denver's that good still. Dallas got better with Kyrie. I mean, the same questions go to them. Can they both stay healthy? Kyrie and Luka. But it's the same thing, bro. Oh, man. I hope you guys are having a good time tonight. I'm Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I really appreciate all the love and the support you guys have given me. If you haven't done so already, tell your friends about this cast. If you know somebody that enjoys Sixers play-by-play casts and wants to be able to, tune in and have some conversations with people, tell them about me. I'd really appreciate that. That would mean the world. And same thing with the Phillies, same thing with the Patriots, and with the Flyers, too. We are going to be starting Flyers cast soon, I promise. This week, we didn't do it, and I apologize. But yes, we'll be doing one game a week for the Flyers. So if you know anybody out there that loves Philly sports and that just loves listening to play-by-play and also just loves sports content for podcasting, just let them know about me and put in the word for me. I appreciate that. Y'all are the best. Dude, this dog, my aunt's dog, has not stopped barking because he has separation anxiety. But, he just has not stopped barking, man, ever since they left for dinner. Gosh. Ugh. Okay. First foul shot by Brooks goes up, and that's in. And Brooks' second foul shot is up and in as well. 77-67, Sixers down by 10. 1:52 left to go here in the third quarter. Maxey with the ball, and alley-oop pass to McDaniels, and it's up and in. He didn't lay it down with a dunk, but he went up with a layup. And how about Jalen McDaniels making the statement there? Great play called by Doc Rivers and the Sixers after that timeout was taken. Here's Jackson Jr. working up against George Niang. A mismatch there. Double team comes, and the ball gets stripped, and it actually goes right into the hands of John Concher as he makes a layup right at the basket. That was just unlucky for the Sixers. 30 points in the paint for the Grizzlies as they lead by 10. Embiid on the near corner, spinning and moving against Jaren Jackson Jr. and finding his way towards the basket as he gets fouled by Jackson. So the Sixers have been doing a much better job at giving Joel the ball, and other guys have been stepping up too. So that's been a big plus for them. Embiid has 16 rebounds and 17 points in this game as he's shooting 4 for 19 from the field. His first foul shot goes up, and it's nothing but net. Desmond Bane does come back into the ballgame for Dillon Brooks. Bane has been, ever since the 21-point first quarter, he hasn't scored, which is crazy. He had a couple of wide-open threes that he just could not knock down. Embiid's second foul shot. He connects, and it's back to an 8-point deficit. 1:05 left to go here in the third quarter. Brooks being guarded by Tyrese Maxey. Handoff. That time goes to Morant. And the ball comes loose. And the ball ends up going back into the hands of Brandon Brooks here. Embiid comes away with the steal. The interception there. Tyrese Maxey goes up with a layup. And what a pass by Embiid. Sixers trail by 6. Embiid knew exactly where Maxey was going to be, and Maxey just went up with a touchdown as he went kind of like he was going right into the end zone. A jumper by Brooks, too strong. Embiid with his 18th rebound on the day. Been very active on the glass. Goes up with a three. It's a little bit too strong. He was confident, and as soon as that one got released, Jaren Jackson Jr., and now he finds a wide open man as he goes up with a layup, 81-73. It was Brandon Clark that ended up getting the layup to go there. 12 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Tyrese Maxey with the ball for the Sixers. 6 seconds left now. Maxey at the top of the key. Takes it inside the lane. Goes up with a layup, and it's good. 81-75. 2.5 seconds left to go. Brooks gives it up that time to Brandon Clark, who goes up with a half-court shot, and that'll do it here in quarter number 3. So the Sixers have cut the lead to half a dozen against the Memphis Grizzlies. They trail by 6, 81-75, as they win the third quarter, 28-22. And we'll be back for fourth quarter action in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. More Sixers basketball underway in just a few moments. Oh, boy. Whew. I was not smart, and I did not bring up any water with me. I don't know why. I have my drink here, for energy, and that's nice, but I should go get some water. Ugh. Do I dare to do it? I won't do it just yet. I think I'll be fine. Let me know. Do you think I should go get water now? Let me know in the comments section. If you think I should go get some. Oh, boy. Whew. Bro said Memphis Care Bears. I know, bro. Like, man. Bro, that'd be weak. Oh, man. That'd be weak, bro. As soon as he said that. I don't know why the first thing I thought about, like, when he said that is, I don't know if you're too young or to remember this, but do you remember BearShare? Like, before Spotify was out and before, like, we had streaming platforms for music, like, we had to download MP3s and we used BearShare and, like, some other MP3 websites just to get music on CDs. Or just on any sort of MP3 device. But, I don't know, that was the first thing that came to my mind, BearShare. But, yeah. Care Bears. The Memphis Care Bears. I don't even know if they care, man, because they're very feisty. So, maybe, like, the Don't Care Bears. Line wire and stuff. Yeah, man. I know, dude. Oh. 81-75. They're down by 6. Last time both teams faced each other, it was on December 2nd. And the Sixers ended up losing 117-109. Now, there was no Joel in that game. And the Sixers were a little bit shorthanded. And now everybody's healthy for the Sixers. And the two guys that are out for the Memphis Grizzlies are Steven Adams and, oh, man, why do I always blank out on who it is? On the other guy. This really, like, frustrates me. Luke Kennard. I still, you know why? Because I still think he's on the Clippers. And I know he's not. Okay. So, Morant had a very quiet first half. He was 0 for 5 from the field. But he was pretty active at the foul line. Now he has 15 points. He's 3 for 11 now. 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals for Ja. And for the Sixers, well, they trail 81-75, 19 points for Embiid, 18 by Harden, and 10 by Harris, but also 17 rebounds for Joel, and 4 blocks. Three-pointer is up, and it's nothing but net for the Memphis Grizzlies. 84-75. As the Sixers trail by 9 here. Tyrese Maxey on the far corner, gives it up to James Harden. Harden back to Niang. Niang back to Harden on the far wing. Harden is going to dance over his defender for three, and he gets that one to go. James Harden knocking that one down, and the Sixers trail by 6. So, forgot to mention that hitting the 3 for the Grizzlies was David Roddy. Here's Jaren Jackson Jr. over Paul Reed. The floater is up, and it is good. And he'll honestly go to the line for one more as Reed gets called for the shooting foul. So he'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play as it hit the front of the rim, and then it hit the back of the rim and was able to go right back in. So we got the friendly bounce in Jackson Jr., who is 6 for 6 from the foul line, knocks that one down, and now has a dozen points in this game. So he converts on the three-point opportunity. For the Sixers on the floor, it's James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, George Niang, Paul Reed, and Jalen McDaniels. Harden loses handle of the ball, goes into the backcourt, and a backcourt violation will be called against James Harden, who is in disbelief and is arguing with the refs, and Doc Rivers is infuriated by this call here. Let's see what happens. Well, Harden just lost his dribble. That's exactly what happened. It was not touched or anything. And, the Grizzlies will get the ball back. Sixers down by 9, 87-78. Here's Bane. Gives it back to Brooks. Brooks back to Bane for 3 again. No. Way too short. Bane still hasn't scored since the 21-point first quarter. Harden comes up with the rebound. Harden to Maxey. And Maxey tried to pass it to McDaniels, and it got interfered, or tipped, I should say, by Tyus Jones. So 17 seconds are left on the shot clock. 10:34 left to go in the fourth quarter. I'm Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. And the Sixers will inbound it here. It'll be Tyrese Maxey on the near sideline, actually on the corner. And now he gives it up to James Harden, who's standing right on the near corner. Harden to Niang, pump fake, and a three-pointer. It's up, and it just hit the front of the rim by a hair. Brooks comes up with the rebound. Inside, a runner is up. That's no good. And the tip back by Roddy is no good either, but they're going to call an offensive charge on Roddy as he tried to go up against George Niang. Niang was standing right in his way, and that was actually the right call, because Niang's feet were set. So that was a good call. So can the Sixers take advantage of the turnover here by the Grizzlies? Sixers at the Wells Fargo Center tonight. They're 23-8 at home. Harden to Maxey. Maxey at the top of the key. Puts up a three. It's a little too strong. And the rebound goes to Brooks again. Jaren Jackson Jr. losing the ball, but it somehow comes back up by the Grizzlies, and it goes right on the bottom of the glass. Maxey goes up with a layup, and it gets blocked on the other end by Jackson Jr. That's his 5th of the day. Desmond Bane kicks it out for a three-pointer by Roddy. No good. McDaniels using his athleticism to come up and climb the ladder. Harden on the other end, initiating the contact. And it'll be a foul called on Brandon Clark. Harden elbowed him right in the face, but how about the block by Jaren Jackson Jr. to initiate the offense on the other end? And the Grizzlies, the Sixers, I should say, actually caught a little bit of a break there. Jackson averaging about 3.5 blocks this season per game. He's been doing a really good job. And the first foul shot by Harden goes up as he goes to the line, and he cashes it in. Exactly 9:30 left in regulation. In case you're just wondering, too. Well, the Celtics and the Pacers ended up going into overtime. It's 138, all tied up. The second foul shot by Harden it goes in and out. And the Denver Nuggets ended up winning 115-109. And how about the Detroit Pistons and the Orlando Magic going into overtime? How about that? A foul will be called on the Sixers here. It'll be a it'll be a foul on George Niang. Was not in the act of shooting, so Bane is going to go over to the far side, and he'll inbound it. Bane to Jaren Jackson Jr. Bane gives it back to Jackson Jr. again for three. In and out it goes. Niang tried to box out his defender, and he gets called for the loose ball foul. So the Sixers just cannot make these careless mistakes. That has been the Achilles heel in this game for the Sixers, is that they have committed a lot of fouls. 9:10 left to go. They're not over the foul limit just yet, but they've committed about 4 fouls in this quarter. Bane with the runner. It's up, and he connects as he went right down the lane, right down Broad Street, I should say, and the Sixers trail by 10, 89-79. Niang catch and shoot triple off the mark, and it goes out of bounds. So the Sixers had the look, and were not able to get that one to go. Tobias Harris comes back into the ball game for George Niang. And if you're Doc Rivers, well, you might want to get Embiid back in there very soon, because the Sixers need to initiate some points here. Desmond Bane hands it off to Jackson. And an alley-oop pass goes to Jaren Jackson Jr., and that's good. Brandon Clark initiating the alley-oop pass. Tobias Harris giving it up to Tyrese Maxey, and the Memphis Grizzlies get caught sleeping on the defensive side. 91-81. Maxey with a pair of points. Runner, it's up, and the alley-oop pass is no good. That time, it was Brooks trying to go up with it. Maxey's there for the rebound. He tips it out to Harden. Harden back to Maxey. 16 seconds left on the shot clock here. Maxey taking it inside, going up with a layup again, and it's a reverse layup connected by Tyrese Maxey. A 4-0 run by the Sixers. Their last 4 points have been scored by Maxey, and a timeout is called by the Grizzlies, as Taylor Jenkins wants to talk things over with his team, and the Sixers are down by 8. All right, I will be right back. I am gonna go get a quick sip of water really quickly. Okay, all right, I'm back. I'm back up, guys. Here we go. Agua up. Oh, man. You guys can hear me okay, too, right? Like, my audio's coming in clear. Agua up. Appreciate it. Climb. All right. I don't know why this locked out on me. Bro, my aunt's dog like won't stop barking. Oh man, it's crazy. They've been actually gone for a pretty long time. They didn't they? They went out at like 7 o'clock. That's good. I'm happy that my parents have been going out. Not just from. I'm happy that they've been able to go out because they deserve to, spend some more time together. Yeah. 91-83. 8:06 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Sixers are down by 8 points. The Grizzlies have the ball here as the timeout is just about over. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. The Grizzlies have it. It's Tyus Jones. Jones will give it back out to Brooks. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Brooks takes it inside, and the strip gets stolen away by P.J. Tucker. Great defense by him. Here's Harden on the other end. Taking it inside, kicks it out to Harris. Harris with a pass to Jalen McDaniels on the near corner. McDaniels swings it back out to Harden. 10 seconds left on the shot clock here. As Harden's on the far wing. Harden dancing and putting it up and putting it in. He goes up with the runner and he'll go to the line for one more. 91-85. A shooting foul is going to be called by Aldama. Oh my goodness. How about that play by James Harden? Santi Aldama gets called for the shooting foul, and Harden getting high fives all around from the 76ers 5. They're all out there, and Harden with the three-point opportunity at the foul line. He's able to cash it in, and the Sixers are down by 5. They haven't gotten over the hump yet. The Grizzlies have led by 17. That was their largest lead. Spinning, moving, and taking it right to the cup is Brandon Clark, and he gets that one to go. It's actually David Roddy. My mistake. 93-86. I don't know how I screwed that up, man. Apologize. James Harden with a bounce pass to Maxey. Maxey stopping on a dime, putting up a 2. No. McDaniels comes up or tried to get the offensive rebound, and a foul will be called on him. And Xavier Tillman comes into the ballgame for Brandon Clark, and John Morant comes in as well. And Embiid will also come back for the Sixers. They trail by 7. They were down by as many as 17 points in this ball game. I'm Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. 6:57 left to go. A dicey game for the Sixers as they're coming back from the All-Star break. Morant initiating the traffic. Embiid tried to steal it and was not able to do so. Morant gets the ball back from Jackson Jr. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Morant's backing all the way out to the Wells Fargo Center sign. 5 seconds left to go. Morant kicks it inside, and what a great pass to Xavier Tillman that was, and a great play started by John Morant. As Tillman comes up with the layup. 95-86. James Harden at the top of the key over Brooks. Gives it up to Tucker. Tucker back to Harden, who hands it right off back to him. And a kickball violation will be called against the Grizzlies. As Harden tried to pass it, it was a bounce pass that was supposed to go to Joel. And ended up getting kicked by, I believe it was Tillman. 95-86. Harden will try to inbound it here. And he gives it up to Maxey on the far wing. Maxey hands it back off to Harden. Harden to Embiid at the foul line. Embiid gets the ball stripped and stolen away by Tillman. It's a 2-on-1 here. And the dunk goes right down by David Roddy. And it's now 97-86, and the Sixers call a timeout here. We're about halfway done here in the fourth quarter as the Grizzlies have gone on a 4-0 run since Joel has come back into the ballgame. Great unselfishness by the Grizzlies. Xavier Tillman getting the assist after the great defensive play he was able to come up with, stealing the ball from Embiid. And the Sixers will be back in just a few moments. Agua up. Agua up. I was thinking of like locker up. Yingling. Lager up. Oh boy. Do you think the Sixers can pull this off, guys? Do you think that they have it in them Tell you what, it would be kind of cool to see 3 games going into overtime. That'd be kind of nice, not going to lie. Let's see how the other game ended. The Celtics won. Oh, they won. They won 142 to 138 in overtime. And the Magic, I thought that they were going into overtime, but they must have hit a buzzer beater. 108 to 106 as they beat the Pistons. Let's see what happened at the end. So who got the game winner? Wendell Carter Jr. tipped the ball in with like 0.1 seconds left. How about that? And the Magic won. And how about the New Orleans Pelicans making that game close against the Toronto Raptors, 112 to 110. Man, a lot of good games, bro. 33.5 seconds left in that game. Brandon Ingram has 36 points. And McCollum has 23. Pascal Siakam, man, he has had a quiet season. 26 points for him. And Jakob Patel, bro, he's back with the Raptors. I forgot. 21 points and 18 rebounds. My goodness, bro. That is wild. 115 to 110 with 12.3 seconds left in that game. Who just hit a 3? I want to know. This is exciting, dude. Gary Trent Jr. just knocked down a big 3 after Ingram just pulled up. Brandon Ingram, bro, has been like clutch for them. He's made a lot of points over the last 3 minutes. So he's like what's keeping them in this game. Imagine like once they get Zion back too, like they're going to be another tough out. They just are. I don't know if they're as good as the Phoenix Suns, but they're just another team that you have to look out for. Who exploded in that Boston game? Tatum had 31 points and he had 12 rebounds. Jaylen Brown had 30. Brogdon had 24. I really wanted Malcolm Brogdon, bro. 7 assists and 5 rebounds. Derek White had 17 points. How about Miles Turner with 40? 40 burger. He was 8 for 10 from 3. Jeez. That's just wild. All right, Sixers are back in action here. Can they get the job done? They trail by 11. I'm Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Tobias Harris will find Joel Embiid. Embiid hands it off back to Harden. Embiid takes it inside and goes up with a layup. And he'll go to the line for one more. 97 to 88. The ball went right into the hands of Joel, who's been struggling from the field. But he'll go to the line to try to make his 22nd point. He's 5 for 22 from the field, but 11 for 15 from the line. 11 for 14, I should say. And the foul shot is up. And it does not get the friendly bounce. P.J. Tucker tried to come up with the rebound, and I believe that the Sixers will have a turnover here. No, they're going to get the ball back. What just happened? A loose ball foul was called on Aldama. So Tyrese Maxey inbounds it, hands it off to Harden. Harden will hand it off to Embiid. Harden puts up a triple at the top of the key and nails it. Oh, man. The Sixers are back in this game. 28 points for James Harden. That was a costly foul committed by Aldama. Oh, my goodness. 97 to 91, and the Sixers have scored 5 straight points. Morant with the layup. It's a little bit too strong. The tip back by Tillman. That's no good either. Harden with the long rebound. Outlet pass to Harris. Harris gets called for the foul. He gets called for the charge. And they might want to review this because Tillman is still down on the ground. And Doc is going to challenge the play. So, timeout by the Sixers as they're going to challenge this. It's funny because the Grizzlies challenged a play before, and it was on Tobias Harris. And now the Sixers are going to challenge something in favor for Tobias Harris, as it was not Tillman. It was Conchar who tried to come up with the Aldama that time that tried to come up with the block and foul. Or tried to get Tobias Harris to commit the turnover. Why am I struggling with that, bro? I don't know. 97-91, though. This is going to be a big call. It is going to be a big call if the Sixers do get this overturned. And Doc had every right to challenge this. You had to, because there's still 5 minutes and 16 seconds left in this ball game. So you got to do everything that you can. Boy, the NBA is back, and it feels good to be back. Man, it feels so good to have basketball back. I am so happy. After Super Bowl was done, I was like, man, like there's nothing really going on. All right, so after review, the call is overturned, and the Sixers will get the ball back, and they keep the timeout. My goodness. So Aldama gets called for the blocking foul, and the Sixers will still get the ball. It was a successful challenge, and Tobias Harris has things going his way. So he will now go to the line to shoot 2 foul shots here. Harris with 10 points in this game. Good times programming. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. Harris with his first foul shot. It goes up, and it goes down the drain. The Sixers trail by 5. They cut it down to 5. The last time that they had a lead, they were up by 3 points, and that was really early in the game. They were down by as many as 17 points. Harris' second foul shot. It goes up, and it goes in. And the Sixers trail by 4. Some words are being exchanged between P.J. Tucker and Jaren Jackson Jr., and now the ball is inbounded. 7-0 run by the Sixers within the last 40 seconds. And the tides have changed. Morant with a pass that almost got stolen away. Brooks comes up, and Tillman goes up, and it gets blocked by Embiid. Are you kidding me? Joel almost got the ball stolen away on the bad pass there to Harris. Harris then finds P.J. Tucker. What great defense by Joel. Harden back to Embiid. Embiid with 8 seconds left on the shot clock. No look pass to Harris. Catch and shoot three-pointer. Way off the mark, and it was airballed. Oh my goodness, Tillman was stuffed at the rim by Joel. Unbelievable. Desmond Bane at the Sixers logo. He's been very cold since the first quarter, where he had 21 points. Embiid tried to go up with a block, and Bane has his way. Oh my goodness, what a layup that was. And Embiid stumbled and hit the deck really hard, but now gets back on up. 25 points for Bane. 99-93. Sixers still down by 2 possessions. 4:12 left to go. And Embiid will get fouled by Tillman. So the shooting foul will be called on Tillman. That's now his 3rd foul of the game. And Joel's going to go back to the charity stripe to shoot a couple of free throws. So it's 99-93, 4:11 left to go in this game. Embiid at the foul line. The first foul shot goes up, and that goes in. So Joel in this ball game now has, I don't know why that didn't update, but it did. It didn't. But now Joel has 22 points. He also has 18 rebounds and 6 assists in this ball game. Looking for his 23rd. Bullseye. 99-95. Harden leading the way for the Sixers with 28 points. The Sixers trail by 4. They were down by as many as 17 points. Bane, his defender, Tyrese Maxey at the logo. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Here's John Morant going up against Embiid with a floater, and it's a little bit too strong. Morant tried to go up with a rebound, and it goes out of bounds. And Morant touched it last, and the Sixers will have an opportunity to make this a 2-point or a 1-point game with less than 4 minutes left to go. Oh my goodness. 3:50 left. The Sixers get the inbound. It's Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, James Harden, Embiid, and Tucker for the Sixers. Embiid with a bounce pass to Maxey. One more pass to Harris for 3, and he gets it to go! Tobias Harris with a clutch 3 from the far corner, and the Sixers are down by 1. And everybody at the Wells Fargo Center is loving it. And a timeout is called by the Grizzlies. Oh, my goodness, man. Bro, Tobias Harris just posed right there and was just like, you can't leave me wide open. Man, I love that. This is cool, man. This is how you play good basketball. This is how you do it, bro. I got to give Doc credit. And I understand that there's still 3:38 left to go, okay? But, like, I don't want to jinx it. And maybe I did. God dang it. I'm being nice. But I do have to... let me finish my thought now. I got to give Doc a lot of credit, bro, because the lineups tonight have been really good in the second half, especially. They were very sloppy to begin with, but the adjustments have been made. Tyrese Maxey with the unselfish play. They handed off to Tobias Harris. He knew exactly where he was in that far corner, and Harris got it to go. So Tobias Harris with 15 points. He's been coming up large here in the second half. He scored 11 in the second half, and he's 3 for 6 from the field. So it's 99-98, 3:38 left to go in regulation. Sixers down by 1, and we're down by as many as 17 points. The Grizzlies haven't scored in a little bit. Here's Ja Morant. He finds Bane on the far wing, being guarded by Maxey. Bane inside to Tillman, and Tillman's layup is no good. And the Sixers, they get the ball back, but what is going on here? I guess Embiid got called for the shooting foul, and that's exactly what happened, but that was a very, very late whistle. I mean, it happened like right after he got the rebound. And there wasn't even a whole lot of contact. Man, that is... what a call. That was such a late whistle. So now the Sixers... well, Tillman's going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. The first one goes up, and it's a little bit too long. 99-98. The Sixers are down by 1. 3:23 left to go. The second foul shot by Tillman. It goes up, and he gets the friendly bounce. It went right in and out, and then it went right back in, and a timeout is called by Doc Rivers. So the Sixers will have 2 timeouts left, as well as the Grizzlies. So they trail by 2 with 3:23 left to go. Whew. Bro, I can't sit still. This game has got me pumped, man. Oh, I can't sit still. If they pull this off, dude, I am gonna be so happy. I am. I wanted to just remind you guys, in case you enjoy my broadcast, and if you I can't speak right now. If you like my Sixers content, okay, we'll be coming back on for a postgame show, and it'll probably be in about an hour or so. Still have yet to decide what I want to do. There still is plenty of time left in this game, but we will have a postgame show, and we'll talk more about this game and see what happens as we come to an end. But what a game. This has been exciting, and it just feels so good to have the NBA back. It does. Embiid has been coming up large, and Tobias Harris, man, he's been making some big-time shots. That's really helped the Sixers. They've also been making smart passes. And they've been getting stops on the defensive side. 23 points for Embiid. He's 5 for 22 from the field, but he has 23 points. And he has 18 rebounds. Tyrese Maxey at the top of the key. He's handling the ball here. He finds Embiid. Embiid is at the foul line, and he hands it back off to Harden. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Harden on the far wing. Pick and roll. Embiid with a foul line jumper, and he ties the game. He ties it up at 100 and knocks. 25 points and 18 rebounds for Joel. That was a miscommunication breakdown by the Grizzlies defense, and the Sixers took advantage of it. Ja Morant on the other end with an alley-oop pass that almost got stolen away. Embiid tried to block it by Tillman as he pump-faked it, and B.J. Tucker went down, but Tillman was able to put it back up and in. So the Sixers are down by 2, 102-100. They tied it just not too long ago. Embiid with the lob pass at the foul line, working around Dillon Brooks here. Behind the back pass to James Harden. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Harden, jab step, kicks it out to Embiid for 3, for the lead. No. And a rebound comes up by Tillman. So the Sixers tried to go all in for the lead and were not able to do so. Now they have to get a stop here. It's Ja Morant with the ball. He's been ice cold here. Morant goes up with a layup. It goes in and out. And Brooks comes away with the offensive rebound. As the ball got tipped out, Embiid tried to get it, and it got tipped into the hands of him. Desmond Bane on the other end with a catch-and-shoot corner jumper. No, and a putback by Jaren Jackson Jr. 104-100 with 147 left to go. Sixers down by 4. 18 points for Jackson Jr. And Tyrese Maxey will inbound it to James Harden. Harden back to Tyrese Maxey as he was being defended by Brooks. Here's Harden on the near wing. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Harden at the top of the key being guarded by Tillman. He wants to dance all over him, and that's what he's going to do. Kick out to Harris on the near corner. I don't know why he didn't shoot the 3. He was left wide open. Harden, 5 seconds left on the shot clock. 3-pointer is up, and it's good! Are you kidding me? James Harden with a hand in his face. It doesn't even matter. 104-103. Somehow, some way, James Harden was able to put up a prayer, and it went right in. 1:15 left to go. Ja Morant goes up with the shot, and it gets denied by Embiid. Tillman comes back up with the rebound, and the ball gets stripped by Tucker, but he's going to get called for the reach-in foul. So 1 minute and 10 seconds left. I am still stunned by what James Harden was able to do, as Tobias Harris was left wide open in that far corner for a 3. He took about 4 dribbles or so. Harden came right over to the rescue as he was trapped right into the corner with 5 seconds left on the shot clock, and he just nailed a 3-pointer. So Tillman will go to the foul line to shoot 2 free throws. The first one is up, and he makes it. There still is plenty of time left in this ballgame. 105-103, Sixers down by 2. They haven't gotten over the hump just yet, but they've been knocking at the door. 8 points for Xavier Tillman. 105-103. The second foul shot is up, and it goes in and out. And the ball goes right out of bounds as Dillon Brooks tried to tip it. And the Sixers, I believe, will come back up with the basketball here. The refs haven't really signaled anything here. They might want to review this to see if it was last touched by Harris or Brooks. Meanwhile, Joel Embiid potentially could have fouled Tillman, but that's not the case. So they're not going to review it, and there will be a Sixers ball here. James Harden gets the inbound. 1 minute left to go. In regulation, Sixers down by 2. Harden gets past half court. 10 seconds left on the shot clock here. Harden at the top of the key. He takes it inside, puts up a floater, and that's going to go all the way to P.J. Tucker, who comes away with a big offensive rebound. Tucker to Embiid. Embiid secures it. 8 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Embiid to Tucker, Tucker to Harris for 3. Yes! Are you kidding me? The Sixers take the lead. Tobias Harris with a far-corner 3, 106-105. That's their first lead since they led 7-6. Here's Ja Morant, the floater. It's up. That's no good. James Harden comes up with the rebound. He hands it off to Embiid. Embiid's going to solo it and throw it down. 108-105, and the Sixers are up by 3 with 23 and a half seconds left in this ball game. James Harden telling everybody to pour it on here. Oh, my goodness. Timeout called by the Grizzlies. Oh, my gosh. Are you kidding me? What a game. Oh my gosh. That is wild. If you enjoyed this play-by-play commentary, man, feel free to subscribe to this channel. I am I don't even know where I am, dude. I don't know where I am. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Whew. I guess now's a good time to take a sip of water. 108 to 105. The Grizzlies were up by as many as 17 points, and that lead has disappeared thanks to a 61-point second half so far by the Sixers. James Harden and Tobias Harris and Joel Embiid have been coming up so large. And how about PJ Tucker with that huge offensive rebound? The ball was tipped out and it almost went into the hands of Dillon Brooks and Tucker. It's just those little things that really do matter. He was able to just go right out there and took the ball right away from Dillon Brooks. Oh my gosh, bro. You can tell that the playoffs are near. I know, bro. It's exciting. 108 to 105. 23 and a half seconds left to go. Shot clock is unplugged. Grizzlies have one timeout and the Sixers still have 2 timeouts left. So the Grizzlies will advance the ball here. Sixers just have to play defense. But the Grizzlies, if you're the Grizzlies, you don't even need to go for a 3 here. You can just make an easy 2-pointer, and then you just have to play the foul game. Both teams don't have any fouls to give, and they have no challenges left either. They have not broken the huddle just yet, and now they do. The grounds crew is actually cleaning up. I guess water was spilled over on the far sideline. Oh, man. 108 to 105. 23.3 seconds left in this game. I rounded it up to a half, but every millisecond counts. Oh, boy. This is crazy. Grizz +4. Oh, man. If you're new to my channel, if you enjoyed this content before we get into the action here with what's going to happen in the last 23.3 seconds, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Come on over to my YouTube page. If you are on Facebook, it's just in my bio. So, they're still cleaning up the mess here, and now the mess is all cleaned up, and everybody's going right to their spots. Sixers are up by 3. They were down by as many as 17 points, and they finally have gotten over the hump here. Warriors and Lakers is up next, but we don't care about that because we still have a ball game here. I don't care about the Warriors-Lakers. John Morant's going to inbound it from the far sideline as the Memphis Grizzlies advance the ball here. Morant being guarded by Harris. He has to inbound it and finally gives it up to Brooks. Brooks to Bane. Catch and shoot 3. No good. Offensive rebound to Bane again for 3. That's off the mark. And another offensive rebound all the way to Jaren Jackson Jr. That's no good either. And McDaniels comes up with the rebound. So the Grizzlies had 3 opportunities to cash in, and they were not able to do so. The Sixers gave them the key, and all they had to do was cash in, and they were not able to make a 3-pointer. Jackson's last play, that was right off the run. So McDaniels comes up with the rebound, and now the Sixers call a timeout. So there was no foul given on the play. So it still isn't over yet. There's 9.5 seconds left to go. All the Sixers have to do is just inbound the basketball here. That was a great call by Doc Rivers to call that timeout. And as long as there's not a bad inbound draw up here or any sort of sloppy basketball, then the Sixers should seal the deal. But anything can happen. 9.4 seconds left in this game as the Sixers lead 108 to 105. This is the first game since the All-Star break, and if they win, they'll be 39-19. Meanwhile, the Grizzlies, if they go on to lose this game, they're going to be 35-23. Still in second place in that Western Conference. Sixers were trying to hope to gain some ground in the Eastern Conference, and were not able to do so as the Celtics won in overtime against the Indiana Pacers. Almost said the Indianapolis Colts. Wrong league, wrong team. Okay, 108 to 105. 9.4 seconds left. Sixers have the ball. and they're up by 3 points. Niang's going to inbound it for the Sixers. Niang will give it up to Harris. Harris does get the inbound, and the Grizzlies still don't foul, and they took about 3 seconds off the clock. 108 to 105. And Harris gets called or gets fouled. There's been some words exchanged, and double texts are issued to both teams. Oh, man. Jackson Jr. gets called for the foul with about 6 seconds left. 6.1 seconds, but they add about 0.4 on the clock. Oh, my goodness, man. George Niang was going for the basketball as Jaren Jackson Jr. had it, and Niang took it right out of his hands, and there was some verbal exchanges, and then Embiid was having some words with Dillon Brooks, and double texts were issued to Embiid and to Brooks, I believe. I wish I could get confirmation about these things, man. 6.5 seconds left. And what are they going to review? Are they going to review to see how many texts that they're going to issue or what's going to happen? Jackson Jr. got called for the personal foul, so that is clear. 6.5 seconds left. The Sixers are up by 3, but they are reviewing something to see if there's some double texts or whatever. Brooks reached right into Embiid's palms, and Embiid just didn't have it. 108 to 105, a double technical issued to Dillon Brooks and Joel Embiid, so that is what is confirmed. Jalen McDaniels comes into the ballgame for George Niang. So Jaren Jackson Jr. got called for the personal foul, and they still, I believe, had a foul to give, I guess. I didn't think that they did. I thought Niang was going to have to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws, but it'll be Jalen McDaniels. Oh, Tobias Harris was the one that got fouled. Okay, yeah, I forgot about that. So Harris is going to go to the foul line to shoot 2 free throws. Now it all makes sense. So double texts were issued to Embiid and to Dillon Brooks, and here's Harris at the foul line for the 4-point lead. It's up, and it's money. 109 to 105. So the Sixers have now made it a 2-possession ball game. Both teams still have 1 timeout left. Harris will go up for his second foul shot. He's been coming up very clutch for the Sixers in this game. 109-105, and the second one goes up, and he nails it. 110-105, and the Grizzlies call their final timeout as Taylor Jenkins wants to talk things over with his ball club. Gotta tell you, Ja Morant and Desmond Bane have gone ice cold in this second half. Really in the fourth quarter. I don't even think Morant has scored a point in this quarter. Let's see. If you go back to the play-by-play, no. He didn't even score. Ja Morant hasn't scored in this quarter. That is wild. Desmond Bane had, I remember, a 2-point floater that he was able to get. But Ja and Desmond Bane. Oh, Desmond Bane also had another one, too. So that's 4 points for him. Xavier Tillman. No. Ja hasn't scored. That's crazy. Okay, now hit a 3. Bro. Oh, man. This is wild. A 35-24 run here in the fourth quarter by the Sixers. 6.5 seconds left. 110-105. Grizzlies called their final timeout. Sixers lead by 5. They were down by as many as 17 points and have finally come back from the dead in this game. Morant will inbound it on the near sideline. Morant finds Brooks on the far wing. 4 seconds left. Brooks gets the ball stripped and stolen away, and that'll do it for the Sixers. It was stolen away by Joel Embiid as James Harden swatted the ball right out of Dillon Brooks' hands. And that'll do it for the Sixers. They come back and win by a final score of 110-105. So Morant was the inbounder, and he found Dylan Brooks on the far wing, and Brooks just got the ball stripped. He thought maybe he got fouled by Harden, but that was not the case. And the Sixers come back and win by a final score of 110-105 here at the Wells Fargo Center. Unbelievable. They were shooting 31% from the field in the first half, and well, what do you think that they ended the game with? Well, let's see here. They shot 40.5% from the field, and, well, the Grizzlies just went ice cold. The Sixers made a lot of big-time threes. 13 for 36 they were for three-point range, and they shot 36%, and the Grizzlies were just off. They had so many chances to tie the game, and they were not able to cash in. And give the Sixers defense a lot of credit, because even though there were some wide-open looks that were delivered to Desmond Bane, the Sixers were very active on the glass. They didn't get out-rebounded in this game, and the lineups were big for the Sixers. So they win by a score of 110-105. And we'll talk more about what went right for this team in the postgame show. That's going to wrap things up here. I'm Jason Joseph. We'll be back on at 11:30. I want to give myself a good hour to just get some dinner and, have a little bit of time to process this whole thing. So thank you all so much for tuning in. We're going to be back on Saturday night where the Sixers will take on the Boston Celtics at 8:30, once again at the Wells Fargo Center. And I love you guys so much. You guys are the best. If you haven't done so already, if you enjoy my Sixers play-by-play commentary, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Also, tell your friends about this too. It really means a lot to me if you know somebody that's a Sixers fan and just loves sports talk, podcasts for Sixers, for Phillies, for Patriots, and for Flyers. Put in a word for me. I appreciate that, man. All right, I love you guys. Y'all are the best. That's going to wrap things up. I will catch you all at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll make the thumbnail and I'll make the video for everything. I'll do that right now. And I will catch you all on the next one.